All right, guys, this morning I want to do this quick little intro before I bring our guest on today. And I just wanted to share something that I heard today that was like, I heard it. I've heard it before. I actually listened to what I listened to this morning before, but today, I don't know if it was how I was feeling, where I'm at in my life, business, etc. But today it just was different. It was powerful enough. I set my phone down on the bench. Guys, I don't interrupt my time. You come to talk to me at the gym, I'm not talking to you. You don't mess with my gym time. Today, I was listening to this. I stopped what I was doing. I put my keys down and put my weights down, and I sat there and I took notes for 5 minutes because it was so good. And I could share the link of this video that I watched, but I was listening to this interview with Jesse Itzler. And for those of you that don't know who it is, go look it up. I'm not going to give this huge intro. But this guy is a really, really interesting entrepreneur. I love interesting entrepreneurs. He's married to Sarah Blakely, who's the owner of Spanx, also happens to be a billionaire. He's the guy who kind of is responsible for bringing David Goggins into this world, if you will, because he asked David Goggins to come to his house, to live with him at his house and to train him. And so he has the book called Living with a Seal or something like that. Anyway, I just wanted to share this little thing that I heard him say this morning that freaking just slapped me across the face that I think you guys really, really should hear and you guys need to listen to. And by the way, Mike V, jump back on, dude. We're going to be going live here in 2 seconds, okay? What he said is this, okay? He was talking about it like this. He said, look, we think we have all this time, right? We think we have all this time. We're like, hey, my parents are 60 years old and I got 20 more years with them if they live till they're 80, right? And he's like, no, you don't. You don't have that many years. He's like, how many times do you see your parents every year? And I know some of you guys have heard this, but it's crazy. He's like, okay, if you don't live near your parents and you only see your parents at Christmas, that means you see them one time a year. So if they're 60 and the average age is 78, that means you're going to see your parents 18 more times, and they're gone if they live to that age, right? And so I started thinking about it. I'm like, dude, I'm 31. I'm still a youngin', but imagine, guys, we sit here and some of you guys are 50 plus, some of you guys are 40 plus, some of you guys are 30, some of you are younger than me, but we really don't know like how much time we have, of course, right? I'm not going to be morbid and go into all that, but like, dude, some of us are literally letting the fact that, oh, if I try this business, if I do this thing, if I quit my job and go all in on this, well, I might fail and it might be embarrassing and people might laugh at me. People might talk at me. And it's like, dude, in 100 years, we're all going to be dead. All of us, every one of us in this call in 100 years will be dead, except me. I'll probably be alive and I'm an alien. Okay. Perfect body, perfect system, whatever. I get it. I'll be alive. Everyone else be dead. I'm kidding. 100 years from now, we're all going to be dead. And some of you guys are paralyzed by the fact that other people are going to talk about you. Other people are going to laugh at you. Other people are going to judge you. Other people are going to say, oh, cool, Lath. You think you're going to go start a business? Who are you to go start a business? Who are you to go into a digital online business and make money? Guys, I don't care what God you believe in or what you believe in, period. But you cannot tell me you were put on this earth so that somebody could literally tell you when to take a vacation, when to take a shit, when you could see your kids, when to show up for work, when to leave to go home. Come on, guys. For those of you that are 50, if you live to the average age, you got 28 more of them, man, assuming you live to the average age. 28 more. And you're going to spend it like letting somebody tell you when you can take a shit? Come on. Like it hit me today. I'm like, dude, there's things in my life right now I've been saying I'm going to do. I've been saying I'm going to do. I've been saying I'm going to do. And I've been just, for one reason or another, I haven't done them. And at what point am I going to finally go do them? Is it going to take something catastrophic happening around me or close to me to wake me up and go, dude, you don't have that much time, bro. So for those of you that are sitting there going, oh, I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to jump. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to change. I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate this. I want to make more money. I want to be able to go on trips. I want to take care of my family. When? How many more of the when this thing happens, then I'm going to do it, are you going to say before you just do it? Okay. And for me, I'm pretty good about doing this with business. I'm pretty good about just jumping in and just taking action and making money. But there are moves even within business that I'm like, next year, next month. Nope. Now, let me bring Mike on. Mike V, can you hear me? Yo. Mike. Hold on, you're muted, bro. Hold on. Mike.
Is that better?
Bro, what's up?
What's up, Matt? How are you?
Dude, virtual cheers, because I see that monster, bro. Give me a little virtual cheers right here. Boom, right against the camera. Oh, you guys heard it. You guys heard it. Dude, I'm actually sad. I usually have the monster, but this is all I had in the fridge today. So welcome to the call, bro.
No, thanks for having me.
Dude.
First of all, thanks so much for having me on and just getting in this group, bro. I can't thank you enough,
Bro, first of all, by the way, it's all you, dude. Like, we're going to get into this. Guys, this is Mike V. Your last name is actually Vale, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike Vale, where are you at right now, bro? You got a sexy accent, dude. I could tell all the girls on this stream and on YouTube and wherever we put this are going to just be a little Twitter-pated. Where are you sitting right now, bro?
Sitting in Northern New Zealand. I'm getting paid for my 9 to 5 on my work laptop, but that's coming to an end soon. So I'm happy to be here.
I love it, dude. Okay, so Mike V is in New Zealand. Can I call you Mike V?
Yeah, bro. That's what most people call me, Mike V.
It's kind of like Gary V, like Mike V, you know?
Yeah, it is.
I love it, dude. And by the way, just last piece, dude, that beard, bro, dialed. What kind of beard product you using, dude? You using some oil, using some cream? What you got going on there, dude? It is fresh.
A bit of beard oil. I could only actually just grow a mustache and a goatee. So I've been using this like balding stuff that you put on your hair. I've been putting it on my face, on the sides. Actually growing out. I've always wanted a big fat beard, so finally here.
Sick, dude. Keep it. I love it, bro. Well, dude, I'm glad that you're here. I can't wait to dive into this story. Guys, Mike, I didn't even know. Mike wasn't even on my radar. I think 6 weeks ago is when we started working together, right? Like I looked it up today because I was like, I want to get all my data right. August 19th was the day that you started with us. Had you known about Rank and Rent long before that?
Yeah, I've been doing Rank and Rent since March. I did a Udemy course, and I think I picked the wrong niche in the scaffolding industry. Didn't do my due diligence. Did organic first, and eventually got someone on a retainer, but not too much. But
okay,
slow progress. That's one deal in what, 3 months, 4 months.
So, okay. So you found out about Rank and Rent back in March.
Yeah.
How did you originally hear about it? And when you did, were you like, dude, this is the most genius business model on the planet?
Oh yeah, definitely. I can't remember how I found out about it, to be honest, but I've been doing a bit of freelance work. I've been doing a bit of digital marketing, building other people's stuff up, specifically in like local service businesses like builders and retaining walls and shit like that. But you're building all their stuff up, and it gets to the point where they've got so much leads. They're like, hey, we need to slow this down. So shifting that to building your own stuff up was just absolute like paradigm shift. I was like, I'm fucking all in on this.
I love it, dude. So I gotta say this because I know this is what people are thinking that are overseas, whether you're in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Nicaragua, I don't care where you're sitting. If you're listening to this right now or Pakistan, it doesn't matter. The number one thing I hear from people overseas is, does this work if I'm in another country? And obviously it does. I knew that. You're proving that, but like, was that something that you kind of doubted when you first started, or was that never something that crossed your mind?
No, it didn't really cross my mind, to be honest. Like, you go walk down the street, everyone's got a concrete driveway. They're going to be going on Google to find a concrete driveway provider. They've got a deck, they've got a roof. Like, there's a market for it. Doesn't matter where you are, really. Like, if people have that product, that they need someone to fix it or lay it or whatever.
So are you targeting with your deals in your business? Are you targeting New Zealand clients or are you targeting the US?
No, I'm just New Zealand.
So all your money's coming in New Zealand.
100%. I haven't even looked overseas. I've got
Amazing.
a massive list of shit that I want to start ticking off. Like you said in one of your calls, it's a land grab right now. And as soon as you said that, I think I built 5 websites, got 5 campaigns going. It's the land grab. It's time to get in now before, like you said, this could be like the drop shipping shit in 5 years, which is quite competitive, right?
Totally. So, okay. So just for anyone that like just hopped on, I saw a couple people like kind of just joined. We got Mike V here. This cat didn't even know what Rank and Rent was. What was it? 6 months ago, 7 months ago. He jumps in, buys a Udemy course to like learn the basics, somehow gets into our group, then gets into Digital Landlords. And what's your total revenue you're doing? And again, this is gross, but like, how much are you doing per month on just Rank and Rent right now?
So right now I've closed 4 deals in 6 weeks. I've got 2 sales calls this weekend. So just on the ones that are closed, I'm on about 4K US dollars. I've converted it for you in my spreadsheet for the call.
Okay.
And if I close these other 2 guys on Saturday, that'll be 5.7 US dollars per month.
So 4K USD. How much are you in Australian? Because when I put 5K in the call, I was going off of, or not Australian, New Zealand. I was going off New Zealand. How much is that in New Zealand?
That's per month. 9 grand per month.
Amazing. So I was actually way off, but I was close, I guess, on US, but I was thinking in New Zealand dollars. Dude, 4 deals in 6 weeks. How?
Fuck. I'm just all in. Like you say, money loves speed. It's so true. And I think the thing I love so much about this course is it's not just a technical program. It's an absolute paradigm shift. Reading that book, Think and Grow Rich, visualizing, having that desire, having the faith every day you wake up, you recite your goal, so when you're tired, I'm going to make 10K per month by the 1st of March, 2023, and I'm willing to die to make that happen. So as soon as I say that every morning, I just get out of bed and just make it fucking happen, and before you get your first deal, it's like, fuck, you're working and then you get that first deal and it's just, it's boom. It's you repeat it so much, it just becomes a reality. And I'm like 60% of the way to my March goal next year in 6 weeks. It's insane, really.
When you said that goal, I know you probably were like kind of stretching yourself to set that goal. And now you're like looking at it going, dude, I should have set a bigger goal and I need to reset my goals because, dude, you're going to hit this thing by Christmas. Easy.
Yeah. Oh, it's nuts.
So, dude, here's one thing I've noticed. This is an observation from and this will also show all of you that are listening. Dude, I pay attention. One thing I've noticed about Mike, this cat, and by the way, I'm calling you a cat as a compliment. That's what I do. So that's a good thing, by the way. I'd call you a dog if you want, but this guy, he's a sponge, man. This guy is a sponge. Every morsel that I put out, you've watched it, you've soaked it up, you've taken notes, and you've given me some good feedback. Still, dude, I notice even though you're in the program, you're getting all that. I still see you watching the YouTube videos, leaving like a really good comment in all the YouTube videos. How much has that helped, do you think, in your success? Not because of my stuff, but just being a sponge in general.
It's helped a lot. I've been doing a bit of digital marketing. So, I know the basics and whatnot. And, I'm going through the course. And, if things don't line up with the way I see things, it's like, that's cool. I'm just going to trust the process, So when I saw the Weebly 1 pages, I was like, you're joking. This is a joke. Like, I've been working with the clients in the lead gen home service shit for a while. And I was like, just trust the process, set up the super basic smart campaign, and the cost per lead I'm getting through your shit is so much. It's like a quarter of the price. I've actually deployed the free quote form that you recommend on my clients' websites for some of my freelance work, and it's insane.
I love it, dude. I love it. So, guys, and here's the thing. It's not just about being a sponge. It's about being a sponge and actually applying it, right? Because I know there's some people on here like, oh, I'm a sponge. I'm listening to all the stuff and I'm taking notes and I'm driving my car and I'm getting all these little goosebumps and everything. Guess what? If you're not taking action, if you're getting off these calls and you're not doing anything between now and next week, why are you on this call? I just barely shared right before I let you on. I think you probably heard it. Guys, some of you guys like that are maybe you're 50, you got 28 years left if you're lucky. And you're sitting there just listening to these calls, but not taking any action. If you don't take any action, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Mike, what's your day? I got a couple questions I haven't really ever asked before. What does a day look like for you right now? The other thing that I think we're forgetting, guys, this guy has a 9-to-5 full-time gig. He's not just like the guy that doesn't have, like, he's doing this job too. What does your day look like right now as someone that has a full-time job that's in New Zealand, that's somehow able to close 4 deals in 6 weeks? Like, what does a day look like for you, dude? What time do you wake up? What do you do? When do you find time? Like, walk me through the average day in the world of Mike V.
That as well. I've obviously got some freelance clients, and I train 4 times a week as well. So there's no excuses. But
what are you training for? Are you doing like jujitsu, or are you just working out?
Thai boxing and gym.
Amazing. How long you do? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours? How much time do you train?
Probably an hour and a half, 4 times a week. But yeah, in terms of an average day, usually I'll wake up, obviously, like recite my Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, I want to hear.
Program that in your subconscious. Okay, here's the funny part. I get in my car, I sit in traffic for half an hour on the roundabout, look at all the cars driving past on the motorway saying, fuck this, basically, which I use for motivation to put these big days in, get to work. I always have my Twilio account, which is my call recording software, loaded up, so I can just check that, see how things are going. And obviously I got my 9-to-5, so I'll obviously do some work for that. Calls might come in. I'll be patching the calls at lunch times. You want to get on the leads hot. Finish up work at 5, come home, just get straight to business. Start doing money activities, booking in calls, or just transferring calls, following up on leads, building sites, doing market research, probably for an hour. Go to the gym, come back, and put the feet up basically. And then Saturday all day I work on my freelance and my rank and rent stuff. And Sunday I try to do nothing, but it can be hard.
I know. By the way, I just on that note, I'm the same way on Sundays. I try to turn off my phone. You try and catch me on a Sunday, you're not going to do it. If I don't have that, I go bananas. Like, my brain explodes. So I don't think that's a bad thing to just have a day where it's like, just turn it off and just kind of reset. You know what I mean? Dude, that's insane. So for those of you that are like, I don't have time. This guy doesn't have time either. But you know what you noticed? You know what I noticed about what you just told me, Mike? I didn't hear any like Netflix. I didn't hear like a lot of, going to the club. Do you do any of that?
Nah.
Of course you don't.
Nah, like, no, now's the time to get it done. Like, I'd rather work hard, make hay while the sun shines, and then, I'm moving to Thailand in 4 weeks. So that's going to give me an extra 40 hours a week to scale this business and put the feet up a little bit.
Dude, tell me about that. That's freaking gangster. So you're moving. So, okay, you're in New Zealand right now. And by the way, are you single guy? You married? I don't even know. Like, what are you? Are you a single guy?
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay, so when you move, you're just going by yourself. Okay, so what's the play? You're gonna go to Thailand. By the way, that's one thing that's so cool. Your current job, do you have to go into the office, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to allow you to just literally just get in a plane and go move to Thailand.
100%.
Dude, that's so sick.
this is why I'm all in on it. Like, I've had this dream for 5 years to go to Thailand, be a digital nomad. You know, I've been building up my freelance business. But the thing is, with that, it can be hard to get clients. Everyone's selling Google ads, but the way this product's positioned, you're essentially doing the same thing. But it's proven to me I can get 4 new clients in 6 weeks. If I had to do it with my freelance business, I'd be like, fuck, like, hey, do you want Google ads? Everyone's fucking heard it.
Yep. Well, and on top of that, dude, you're going to be able to live like an actual digital nomad life. If you had, let's say, 4 new clients for 3 months, can you imagine having 20, 30 clients of like, you know, Google ads or client work or SEO? Dude, you would need like an entire team and you'd be going crazy, right?
Yeah.
You go get 12, 20, 30 clients with this. You're probably, if you wanted to just kind of like scale it back to chill, you could probably put in 10 hours, maybe less a week, and just freaking do the thing, which like you could, I know you, like, just from this call, I can tell the last thing you're going to go do is like, hey, how can I scale this back? You're going to go, dude, I got 40 hours. Let me scale this up. Right. But it's just crazy. Like, so you've had this dream for 5 years. Did you think it was this close?
Well, I booked my flights a couple of months ago, which obviously lit a bit of a fire under me. And, you know, my freelance stuff was growing a bit, but this has just given me so much confidence and liberation to go over there and not just survive, but fucking live it up. Have whatever I want, whenever I want. Like, I'm willing to put in the work to get there. I never want to be employed again, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to have done this course, man. Like, I can't tell you. I every time I close a deal, I tell you, but
I love it. Every time I see the text, I'm like, I turn to Kyle because, by the way, you were Kyle's first call. And he was like, dude, Mike's so cool, dude. And every time you get one, I send it to Kyle. I'm like, dude, your boy just got another deal, man. I don't know what you said to him, but he's killing it. And dude, it's just cool because I always say this, right? I was $60,000 in debt in 2019, December. And by July of 2020, I was making 100K a month. I had no idea I was that close. And I think, is it in Rich Dad Poor, or Think and Grow Rich? It talks about the 3 feet of gold or 3 inches from gold or whatever. Is that in that book or is it a different one?
I'm only halfway through, so I can't remember
anyway,
exactly.
There's that, and that story where the guy, like, he's digging for gold. He gives up, sells the land. He's like 3 feet from gold, whatever,
Yeah.
right? You were 3 feet from gold for the last, I don't know how many years. And here we are, dude. Like, I would never have guessed. I was 8 months away from being in a completely, like, I'm a totally different person. Once you make 7 figures, you're never the same. You can't go back. You can't go back to being average. Like, now people like expect it and you have to be that person. So I wanted to ask you, like, dude, I know in your head, you're like, I know, like, you knew you're going to be successful because you put in the work, but let's be real. Did you actually think you would be able to sling? Like, did it, to me, I couldn't believe how fast it happened for me. I'm asking for you. Are you amazed when you look back and go, dude, I freaking smashed it the last 6 weeks?
Oh, 100%. Like, I was always putting in the work, just having that self-belief and having the faith. But I didn't think I'd be sitting here now, you know, just having that weight off my shoulders and having a conviction that I'll be able to actually live like the life of my dreams. And, you know, if you said get another client next week or the week after, I'll be confident I can make that happen. It's a great feeling to have a business model that you get out exactly what you put in, and, you know, you got to work for it, but the rewards are amazing.
That I believe a lot of people that are on this call that maybe have been in Rank and Rent or been in, you know, client services or freelance. If you guys do not have a system, like you just said, where you can do X, Y, and Z and know you're going to get a deal, dude, that's the scariest position to be in. But right now, you just said it, dude. You hit the nail on the head. If I came to you right now and said, Mike, I need you to get 3 deals by next Friday, or X, Y, and Z bad things going to happen to you, guess what? You wouldn't care. You would care, but you would be able to do it. You might need to, you know, crank up your budget on your ads or do more campaigns or get a setter, but you know the exact formula that needs to happen to accomplish that. You have a formula. Whereas before, Like, how were you getting your clients before? Was it all just like referral? One would come in here, one would come in. How were you getting your clients before?
Just luck and referrals. There was absolutely no strategy behind it. If I got a referral, I could close them. But if you said you have to get even one client in a month, I'd be like, fuck, what do I do? You know, do I start cold calling? Do I do SEO on my website? I'll be in the dark. And then I'll be going to Thailand, you know, on a limb, hoping that things work out. But with this, I'm sussed. It's great.
I love it. What cold calling, the phone, like, were you doing that before, or were you trying everything you could to avoid it? Like, where were you at with like picking up the phone a couple weeks ago before we started working together?
Yeah, a little bit. I still get little butterflies when I'm about to do it, but you know, I just pick it up and make it happen. Like you say in one of your modules, like these are the moments that make your dreams happen. Whether you need to feed your family or you want to move country and live your life, you just got to do it. And we're the ones sitting on digital gold. You know, we're the ones in these little niches where no one's generating proper leads. So just having that mindset shift makes it really pretty easy.
What do you feel like has been the biggest mindset shift you've had over the last 6 weeks? Like, cause I can tell you're a big mindset guy. I can hear you in your speech and just like the things we say and chat back and forth. What do you think the number one mindset shift you've had, whether intentionally or unintentionally, in the last 6 weeks has been?
Probably the abundance mindset. I've gone from scarcity mindset to abundance. And you know, one of your videos said I'm all in on rank and rent, and I knew that I had to sign up for this course, and I knew that this course was going to I knew this course was going to let me live the life of my dreams. And it was just shifting from scarcity to abundance and just going all in. And then everything you need for mindsets in that Rich and Grow Think and Grow Rich book that you recommended, having the desire and the faith every day, because some days, you know, you might not get a deal or leads might be slow, but I've got such a rock solid self-belief and faith of this that you just keep going, and then you hit that diamond.
Dude, bro, you're getting me excited. Like I don't know, man. It's so fun for me when I see people like you that just, you don't have excuses. You just take the information, you go and apply it. And quite frankly, you make me look good. And so obviously I'm like, dude, I love Mike because he's making me look really good. But at the same time, it's cool because it's just like when you have these two clients, right? You have the one guy and he gets it and he answers the phone and he follows up with the leads and he closes deals and he's like making 20 grand a quarter on your leads. And then you got the other guy, same leads, same process, whatever. And all he does is complain. Oh, your leads aren't good. I need more leads. I need more leads. And it's like, same process, same leads. Why does one person succeed and the other person just complains? What do you think? I want to know this, and I want you to share this. By the way, anyone that's on this call, I'm going to ask him 1 or 2 more questions. We're going to do a little bit of Q&A, then we're going to let him take off. I'm going to give away a coaching call, but what do you think is the biggest difference? What do you think sets apart the people that are crushing it in rank and rent and the people that are still at the same spot they were 6 months, a year, 18 months, 2 years ago, still complaining, still waiting? Oh, it's going to be the next course. I'm going to buy that thing. I'm going to watch that live. It's like, what do you think is the biggest thing that sets everyone like you and the rest of the people apart?
Well, I think it's the fundamental way that you look at the world. You know, we live in a society where the 9 to 5 is the expected course of action. That's the status quo. And anything outside of that is not only, subdued almost or made to appear like, you know, a life that you can't achieve. What's the alternative? If you don't, what's the alternative if you don't make something like this happen? I'm going to be getting on the on-ramp to go to work every day, looking at the smog and the traffic. And every day I think about that, and that gives me the energy to put in the work, and this shit works. So what do you want? It's up to you, really.
I use that exact word when I'm on the phone with people that are looking to join digital landlords. I always ask them, I say, hey, you can do whatever you want. And I don't hard close people, but I say this, I say exactly what you said. I said, what's the alternative? If you don't do this, you already told me you're sold on the business model. You hate your job, you hate your situation, or you hate your business because it's time for dollars. What's the alternative? You're just gonna take it up the ass like you have been for the last 10 years and just wake up one day, keep looking at smog, or are you gonna make a change? And I want to ask everyone here the same question. I don't need you to answer it. I want you to think about it. If you don't make a change, if you don't go all in on this business model, what's the alternative? And I love what you said, dude. What for some people, it might not be getting on the on-ramp, looking at the smog, because maybe they don't drive to work. But whatever that thing is, that image that you have to remember in your head, maybe it's that boss that you freaking hate that, like, you know, he shouldn't be telling you what to do, but he's that just pain in the ass. And he's telling you when you can take a vacation, when you can go to the bathroom, whatever that image in your head needs to be. I can tell you've been able to take that, and instead of letting it just like put you in a bad mood, you use it to motivate you. And like, I'm never going to work for somebody again.
Oh, hard. And I got a chip on my shoulder. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've always been a nice person, like a bit of a people pleaser. And, you know, I got a big chip on my shoulder. There's a lot of people I want to prove wrong, and there's a lot of people that I want to inspire that they can live the life of their dreams as well. So
tell me about that real quick. Tell me. I love that, dude. I love that. I could decide. It's that dog, baby.
Oh yeah.
Dog. Tell me about that chip on your shoulder. Who is there a specific one person that you're like that in the back of your head that is it they told you couldn't do it, or you just know they're talking crap? Like, tell me about that as much as you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah. My dad's always been super, you know, you need to go to school, you need to go to uni, this is what you need to do. And, you know, when you don't have much power or self-esteem, you know, that you can't fight back. You can't voice yourself because you want to hide. You know, girls that have dumped me, for example, or friends that might have a bit more success and they kind of shame you a bit. I'm just putting my head down and I'm fucking working, and I got a big chip on my shoulder, and they're going to see me in 6 months, 8 months, living the life of my dreams, having what I want. You know, I want to get a nice batch in Coromandel, which is a nice place in New Zealand. I want to get a GT Mustang and all of that. This is the way to do it. I'm absolutely all in.
Dude,
it's awesome.
I can't wait. So guys, when you start seeing the picture of the GT Mustang and the beards down to here and your boy, here's when you're going to know that he's hit his goal. He's going to start walking around kind of limping, and you're going to go, Mike, what's going on, bro? And he's going to be like, shit, man, my back's hurting because my wallet's so thick. That's when you're going to know. So you know what the ultimate test of you making a lot of money is? When you got a chiropractor on retainer because your wallet's so heavy. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Doubt me now.
I love it, dude. All right. So here's what I want to do really quick, bro. This has been dope. This got me fired up. Every time I talk to people like you, it kind of like reignites that fire that I already have. But like, this is what's so cool about being part of. And guys, doesn't mean that like my program, Digital Landlords, is the only community of badasses out there. But guys, we have people in that program. Jerry Ward, I just saw him comment. I'm going to put him on the spot. $47,000 last month. When you are in a group and you got people doing 47K, your $10,000 ain't that much anymore. Okay. It's not. Borhan, he actually made 45 grand a month, and he just messaged me today. He just opened his restaurant using the money from this. And dude, the amount of money he's pumping out per day, he's doing like 15K a day at his restaurant or something like that. Like, it's just so fun to watch. But when you get around people like that, you start to realize, dude, cool. I'm at 10K. That's great. I'm better than my buddies, but I got to beat Jerry. I got to beat Borhan. I'm not going to let freaking Jerry beat me. Come on. You know what I mean? So get around those type of people, and whatever that looks like, maybe you got to join a whatever it is, like get around different people. That will do wonders for your bank account. Okay. So really quick, I want to see if you guys have any questions. I'm going to I'm gonna push him over to Mike, and then we're gonna go make some money. We're gonna hop off, go make some money. All right, let me see what we got here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here's what Chris Bain said. Chris said, I went septic shock on 6/9/18, almost died, read my last rites and said, fuck it, left corporate after 18 years in management and said, I'm going to go make it happen. Best decision I ever made. I'm 44, all in, baby. Chris, I love that story, dude. And the point of that is like, you can either wait until you get to that point, or you can do what Mike's, which by the way, that's called they always say by inspiration or desperation, right? Chris's was desperation, and Mike's was inspiration. He's like, hey, I want more. I want to do. So you do it either way. It's a lot less painful to do it, you know, proactively than let that happen. But shout out to Chris. That's awesome, man. PJ said this hits home hard. Pauline says great place. I think she's talking about New Zealand. Maybe she's talking about Thailand. Either way, both are dope. Brody says New Zealand represent. Brody, another fellow. You guys, have you guys connected? If not, you guys should.
Yeah, he called up before he signed up.
Dope. Okay, cool. Let's see if we got anything else. Chris says back to the same shit you've always done unless you take a chance. 100%. If you don't make something, that stupid quote you hear all the time, which is like, if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you always got. My dad told me that 1,000 times growing up, and it's never left me. It's like, guys, you got to change something or nothing's going to change. Right. Okay.
Yeah, real quick. There's a good quote, Nick. It's the principle of cause and effect. It's a Hermetic principle. It's like an Egyptian philosophy. It says, if you're not at the cause of your life or your circumstance or whatever it is, you're at the effect of someone else's. So, you know, you got to get on the cause ASAP. That's kind
of like the same as like, you're either going to spend your life building your dream or building someone else's. So I got my dreams way better. I care way more about my dream than anyone else's. So I better be doing that. Okay. Steve says, Steve's also in New Zealand. He's crushing it. He says, it's great stuff, Mike. Let's grab a beer or a coffee before you head off. I'm sure that you're not going to turn that down.
100%. Steve's got a few clients, so we'll definitely brainstorm with him.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. Okay, Chris says you hang around 4 people who are successful and you're going to be the next. Stay around 4 broke people, you'll be the next. I've heard it a million times like everybody else, and it's true. It totally is true. Kevin says, this is my favorite. You probably already saw this. He says, is your 9-to-5 job being the voice actor for Korg and Thor?
Hey, bro, Thor, where are you at, bro?
Dude, I love that. Okay, here's a question from Aaron. What is your advice? What is some advice you have on finding balance between an easygoing chill guy with business owners while yet still applying proper pressure?
Yeah, I'm definitely an introvert, so I'm not a big talker. So like that video you sent recently, Nick, you know, introverts are good because you just kind of get to the point. You know, I obviously break the ice a little bit and then just get down to business. And if they're getting the leads, if they're getting the value, then they're happy basically. I'm pretty chill on my calls, really.
Yeah,
because the leads are so good, they sign up, because if you're giving them value, which most of the time you are, you don't have to really do much selling. By
the way, what he's referring to, I put out a YouTube video that said why introverts make the best salespeople. And believe it or not, you guys, I know people think I'm lying, but like naturally, that's how I am, dude. I don't go talk to people at gas stations, on airplanes. I just don't. If I know you, I'll talk to you. But even then, dude, there's times I don't even want to go into the office because I'm just not in the mood, right? But just like you, bro, I've learned that when it's time to freaking make money, I'll get uncomfortable and have those conversations. And at night, guess what I do? I don't bring my friends over to just chat. I go sit out in my pool and read or think. Like I spend as much alone time as I can. So, Aaron, I think the answer to the question is like, You can be chill. I think a lot of people sometimes just see me and I'm all like, you know, energetic because I'm excited. You don't have to be exactly like me to have, you know, close deals and be successful. Kyle Patton, for example, who, you know, he's totally different, dude. Cowboy Kyle is a way different salesperson than I am, but it works because he's just as passionate in his own way. Okay. All right. Let me see if we got anything else. And then I'm going to ask a question. By the way, real quick, Robert says when he gets his Shelby Cobra, let's race.
Yeah, the Shelby's a good one. That's the big boy model.
We'll put some money on that one. We'll put some money on that one. Here's the question I'm going to ask. So by the way, guys, what I'm going to do, we got 35 people on, 33 people. What I've been doing that's going to be kind of fun. I'm going to ask a question, and anyone that's on this call, I want you to respond in the next 2 minutes. And then I'm going to let Mike choose his favorite answer. Okay. And that's how we're going to wrap this up. So the question is this. If you had to move from where you're currently at right now to a completely different place, and I'm doing this because you're moving to town. If you had to move to somewhere completely different from where you're at right now, it doesn't have to be the opposite, but just a different place. And you had to pack up your family, if you have one, pack up your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your kids and go move somewhere. Where would you move? Anywhere in the world, where would that place be? And maybe you're not doing it because you're like, I don't want, you know, I'm worried about this, or, you know, I can't because of this. Forget about all that. Where would you move? That's the question I want to ask. And anybody that is on this call, I want them to provide answers, and we're going to start reading these off. Oh, look at these people. They're trying to play into your heartstrings. Paris, that's an honest answer. That's a cool one. Pauline says New Zealand. Do you think that's like legit, or she's just trying to tickle your heartstrings, bro?
I'd say it's a beautiful spot depending on what you want.
Bali, Portugal.
Up in Bali, beautiful.
Dude, Bali is getting some strikes here. Italy. Jackson Hole, dude, I like how Kip's honest with that one. Jackson Hole, that's not really something that's on people's radar, but that's his vibe. I like it. Steve's been getting specific. Blue Lagoon Resort in Fiji. He's just gonna move to the resort. Pauline's claiming it's not fake, which I believe you, Pauline. I'm just giving you a hard time. Greece, Telluride, Colorado. Kurt says Nick's house. Oh, Amali says Ghana. Ghana's a good spot. I've been there a few times. Adam says Nick's spare bedroom. Oh man. What else we got, guys? Let's go. Let's give about 10 more answers, and I'm gonna let Mike choose one. Chris says he's moving to St. Pete Beach, which by the way is actually a really cool spot, I've heard. Kevin says Tokyo. Seattle. What else we got, guys? Where else you guys move? It seems like Bali's like the favorite answer, or Nick's house. What about freaking Mike's bedroom? That could be interesting. I want to go. I want to see the beard man. I think you should do a YouTube video with the beard manicure video, dude.
Hold up.
Brody says Puerto Vallarta. Real quick, dude. Favorite Monster Energy flavor? Is it the white?
I like the green one.
Dude, the green one's so good.
In New Zealand, we don't have all the flavors like you guys have. We just got the basic stuff, but
the green one's good. It's good. Okay, let's go ahead, dude. Which one you want to choose? Mike's moving though, bro. Yeah, that's true. Puerto Vallarta, Abu Dhabi. What's your favorite answer, dude?
Well, I got to give credit to Pauline for mentioning Coromandel, but I got to pick. I've got to pick. Where is he? Who said Greece? Sloane. Greece is on my hit list.
Is it?
Yeah, Santorini and the Greek islands. I love 300. I love those movies. I love Roman and Greek philosophy. So that's the winner.
Okay, that's it. Sloan, you win the call. Shoot me a message. Let's jump on a call, and anything you want to talk about, let's do it. Dude, Mike, I can't thank you enough for being on this call, dude. For those of you that are about to go bombard Mike with messages, realize he's got a 9-to-5 job. He's got his freelance work. He's now managing 4,000 USD dollars in rank and rent. He's getting ready to move to Thailand. I know he's a nice guy. And he'll probably respond, but just be thoughtful of that. So don't ask a question you can go find in the free group. If you have a real question, I'm sure he'll answer it. But if he takes a second, don't take it personal. He's freaking making moves, baby. Mike, thank you, dude.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks again. Thank you so much.
Soon. See you guys.